Welcome to another edition of this AutoCAD tutorial. In our previous class, we considered how to draw arc in AutoCAD. In continuation of part 3, okay? Check out for the video in the description box below. Today, the topic we are looking at is how to draw ellipse in AutoCAD. The last segment of part 3, okay? Now, an ellipse is an oval shape with a major and minor axis crossing it at the center. Okay, now the major and minor axes are two straight lines that are always at angle 90 to each other. They divide ellipse into 4 equal parts. And again, the major and minor axes of an ellipse are always at the right angle to one another, okay? And again, understand that we can actually activate ellipse command in 3 ways. Number 1, by typing EL, which is the ellipse shortcut, and press enter. Okay? Then you can now go ahead and draw your ellipse. Okay, now number 2 is by typing ellipse on the command line, ellipse, and press enter. Okay, to activate the ellipse command. Number 3 is by clicking on ellipse icon from drop panel. Then you can now go ahead and draw your ellipse. Okay, now when you draw an ellipse, its shape is determined by 2 axes that define its length and width. The major, that is long axis, and the minor, that is a short axis. Okay, now the 3 options to draw an ellipse are as follows. Number 1, we have center, we have axis end, we have rotation method. Note that to use rotation method of drawing ellipse, we need to complete ellipse arc. Okay, now let's look at the 3 options to draw an ellipse. Now when you take your cursor here, so click this fly out, we have this 3 drop down: center, axis end, elliptical arc. Okay, now when you click on this icon, now if you look at this command line, this is specify center of ellipse. Okay, click here. Then it says specify end point of axis. I assume that if you put 8 for instance, press enter. Okay, now then now type 4, press enter. Okay, so that is the first method. Now the first method can be also drawn vertically. Specify center of ellipse, then specify end point of axis. In the first point, ellipse, specify center of ellipse. For instance, we have maybe 8, like how we did earlier. Then specify distance to other axis. We have 2, press enter. Okay, so you have something like this. Okay, now let's look at the second method, axis end. Now when you click on this, we have specify axis endpoint of ellipse. Then when you click specify other endpoints, for instance, we have like 8, press enter. Okay. Now specify distance to other axis. Then you can now type, for instance, 2, press enter. Okay. The second method, it can also be done vertically. Okay. Specify axis endpoint of ellipse. Then you can do this way. Type 8, press enter. Okay. Then specify a distance to other axis. You can type 2, then press enter. Okay. Now the third method, which is elliptical. Remember I told us that the third method is actually rotation method, but before we can actually progress in that, there's need for us to complete elliptical arc method. Okay. Now when you click here, specify axis endpoint of elliptical arc. So you can click here. And click here. For instance, you have 8, press enter. Okay. Then have maybe 2, press enter. Now, for instance, if you keep the auto on, so you can click here. If you want to have something like this, then you can go ahead and do that. Then you can also have something like this. Type 8, press enter. Then type 2, press enter. Okay. Then remove auto. You can have something like this, as the case may be. Okay. Now to accomplish the rotation method, now you can click here and click on the drawing area. Then you can type 8, press enter. Okay. Now with this, then click on rotation. Then you can now remove the auto. You can now go ahead and you can see what is happening here. You can see what is happening when we increase the angle. The height. The oval shape is being pronounced. But when we decrease the angle, it's becoming more of a cycle. Then when we increase the angle, it becomes more of oval. Okay, as you can see. So this rotation method. Okay. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share and hit the notification bell for updates. And don't forget to leave comments in the comment section below. See you in the next class.